Hey, you guys, it's Jill Hope here with Unleash Your Inner Wealth. And I am making this video totally, it's uncut, it's rough, and I'm going to tell you why. And it's actually the thing I want to talk about today. There will be no editing to this video. You'll see me turn it on and turn it off. No music intro, no music outro. Sorry about that, but I did not want what's going on with me to stop me from bringing these videos to you. So here's the deal. What we want to talk about today, or what I want to share with you, is this idea that I call the chaos phenomenon. So I'm going to talk about how this applies to you in a minute, but let me tell you about the experience I've had over the last 5 days. So uh, I had decided, starting 2020, that I was going to create a YouTube channel, and I was going to be starting to focus more on teaching people about how to create this inner wealth on the inside, right? So that you can live in your purpose, live with passion in your life, have the things around you that you desire, be a co-creator, successfully and consciously manifest all of your dreams. And because this is something I've been interested in forever and kind of phenomenally well. So I thought, you know what, 2020 is the year. I have to teach about this more widely. So anyways, I made this decision at the beginning of the year and started my channel. And as you can see, it's very much at the beginning. I'm just starting. And so I put two videos out so far, I think, a handful maybe. And all of a sudden, within 2 weeks of putting videos out there, uh, this is what went down. First of all, in the middle of watching a training webinar, training myself on how to create a YouTube channel and have it be successful, mid-training, my computer died. I literally just, it shut down in the middle. I'm like, what's going on? Did I lose Wi-Fi? No, no, you didn't. You lose Wi-Fi, Jill. Your computer literally died. Now, I just bought this computer 14 months ago. And I'm thinking, oh, great. Of course, it's outside the 12-month warranty because it's been 14 months. But I don't think these are supposed to die in just 14 months. So I was feeling frustrated. I'm like, what's going on? I had all this work to do. I wanted to get my next video made for you. And all this stuff's going on in my mind. I wanted to get through the training. You know how it goes when something goes wrong, right? So I kind of started freaking out at first. And then I settled down quickly. I called my trusty tech guy. He actually was able to come over within 10 minutes of me texting him. Gives me the news that it's probably not fixable, and there's a good chance I won't be able to retrieve any of your files. I mean, I'm in the middle of writing a book. I do back up my computer, but I hadn't backed it up since the end of October because what season did we just finish? It was the holidays, and I was in England, and I went to San Diego, and I've been traveling here and there. And my son's been heavy duty in the college application process, so I've been helping him with that and going to schools. So it's been crazy here. And I didn't back up my computer for the last 3 months, okay? I know, it's bad. So he's telling me that he doesn't know. He took my PC and he was going to work on it for a while in his office. So then, literally, like in the same like 2-day time span, my son, who has applied to a lot of colleges, several that are the more highly selective in terms of percentage of students they allow in, applicants that they let in, and he had a couple of interviews so with these colleges. So he unknowingly to him scheduled them on the same day at basically the same time, and so he completely missed one of the interviews. And he was really bummed. I was kind of gutted, because you want things to work out for your kids. And and he emailed this person back immediately to see if he could reschedule and explain what happened. and hadn't heard anything in like a day. So so that was a little discouraging. And then, if that's not enough, I have a big thing coming up in a couple months, and I actually really, really need help. And it's a trip I'm taking, and it's a work trip, but it has the potential to be, well, and it will be a lot of fun. And so I had talked to someone very, very near and dear to me, very close to me, about going with me and being able to help me out, give me moral support, and we'll have fun, whatever. And actually, it was their idea. I was just talking about the trip, and they sort of volunteered. It's like, oh, I can go help you. It'd be really fun. And I got a call just like this, in the same time period. And now we're like 6 weeks away from this trip, saying that they're not going to be able to go after all. With not really there's nothing like big stopping them. It's just that when they started to think about it, it started to seem like a lot to take on, and so they weren't going to go. And I was really, really disappointed. I mean, very disappointed, because I had really gotten, how you get worked up, you get excited. I was looking forward to it. I thought this is going to be so much fun. It's a great way for us to bond. We're going to, and we're going to be in a different city, and this is going to be great. So, so that was really devastating to me. Also because I really needed the help, and now it's getting a little late to invite somebody to go, because I'm about to purchase the airline tickets and things are selling out and all that. So anyways, all of this to say that all of these things in the last few days were not going well. We're kind of collapsing around me. And the most disturbing thing was the laptop, the computer, because of the fact that here I am starting this channel, wanting to make videos for you, wanting to be of service, wanting to share what I've learned, and I don't have the means. I literally don't have the means other than my phone, which is how I'm coming to you today. But all these things breaking down in my life right now, very quick, once it started, I didn't recognize it immediately. But once the second thing happened, it all of a sudden hit me. I know what's going on here. And this is the teaching for today. And actually, it's ironic because one of my dear mentorship clients was asking me about this very issue the week prior. And I was explaining what it is and why it happens and all that. And then it starts happening to me. So here's the deal. Let me talk to you about what this issue is. When you have made a decision to change your life, to up-level your life in some way, to go for something that's really, really important to you and that you feel really passionate about and you're excited about, when you make that decision and then you start taking steps in that direction of that goal, what will happen is very, very often, every time you go to the next level in your life, is all hell will break loose in some way. And I say in some way because it's different for every person, and it varies even for the same person from level to level. It can look different. So this will happen. And the reason I say that, I mean, it shows up different for everybody, okay? So for some people, what it looks like is they have major large electronic appliance meltdown. The refrigerator goes and they lose all the food in the freezer and the refrigerator, the stove breaks down, the washer and dryer go, or something happens with the car. Now the car needs costly repairs, or it can look like you break an arm, you break a leg, someone gets sick in the family, or or you get sick. These things happen, and it almost seems like, are there forces trying to stop me? Why is this happening? Why is it happening now? And for many of us, and I shouldn't say us because I have moved through this and broken through it, but many people don't. What many people do, sadly, is they allow whatever's happening to stop them. And you never want to do that. And so let me tell you what is going on. The phenomenon that's happening is that there's no outside force, first of all. No outside force is trying to stop you from your goals. In fact, it's the opposite. The universe is conspiring to help you. The only person that can stop you is, that's right, it's you, okay? So you're probably thinking, well, wait a minute, Jill. I had nothing to do with my appliances melting down. I had nothing to do with everybody getting sick around me. What are you talking about? This is what I'm talking about, is that your subconscious has one job, and it is to um, ensure that you are continuing down the conditioned path that basically that how you were conditioned when you were a child. Okay, all the things you were taught, the things you've learned since, that have gone into your subconscious mind as a program, shall we say. Your subconscious's job is to keep you in the program. Okay, and here's why. It's not evil or bad thing. It's because it's trying to keep you safe. Okay, um, any change that the subconscious perceives is going on for you is perceived as a threat. It makes change equal bad, even though we know that a lot of change is really, really good. But it only thinks of change as bad, and it does whatever it can to stop the change from happening. It feels like it's its job, not that it feels, but it's just following that program. It's kind of like with your thermostat. You've got your thermostat set at a certain temperature, and if the temperature starts to exceed the upper limit, the air conditioner will come in, right? And it will cool the temperature down. And if it starts to go below the bottom limit, then the heater kicks on and raises the temperature to keep the temperature in the home within a certain range. Okay, that's sort of what, or it's quite similar to what is happening in your subconscious. It is trying to keep you in your range, okay, within your limits of what it thinks, who it thinks you are, basically. Recently started to feel like I could go on video on a regular basis. It was really scary for me. I shouldn't say wasted, but I held myself back for literally years because I didn't think I could do this. Okay. So once I got it in my head that I could do it, that's when my subconscious decided to kick in and take away my computer, take away my ability to edit my videos myself, which I love to do. I don't want to, have it, send it out. All these things, right? And it was kind of, I felt like, oh my God, I can't keep up my progress and all that. So I did for a few seconds, think that I was going to have to delay this whole process a month before I get my computer back. Okay. So, and then I realized, no, 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 because if I delay in making these videos and in following this path I've set for myself and this decision I made for myself, then guess what? Subconscious wins. I don't grow, things don't change, and I don't see this goal through to fruition. So think about this in your own life. When has this happened to you? When has all hell broken loose when you've set a goal for yourself, a big goal that feels like a stretch, okay? The goals that don't stretch you, you're not going to see this phenomenon happen to you, likely. It's the ones that do stretch you that you feel like you're taking a little bit of a risk. It's kind of a big thing. It's really different from anything you've done before. In any way, shape, or form, if it feels like a stretch, there's a very good chance some version of this chaos phenomenon is going to kick in for you. So knowing that, what do you do when it does? That's the next part I want to share with you today. Here's what you do. There's really 3 things that I want to share that you want to keep in mind if this happens for you, and I guarantee it will. And it doesn't just happen once when you make a change. It can happen for every big up level that you make in your life. Don't get down about that though, because what I've noticed is that the things, if when you learn how to move through them, which I'm about to tell you in just a second here, the things kind of unravel quickly. And I'm going to tell you how that happened in my own life. But first, I want to share with you the 3 things you want to keep in mind when you notice this happens for you. Actually, there's 4, because the first thing you need to do is to be aware that that's what's going on. Okay. If you're not aware, you won't know to do these other 3 things. You will probably stop or at least greatly delay your process, and that's not fun for anybody. Okay. So you want to know what's going on. It's very helpful when you're starting to expand in your life and you're starting to grow in your life that you do have a coach who has been through this, who can recognize it when it's happening, not only to themselves, but to you. Okay. I've had many of my clients ask me about this, they go through it at various points when we work together, and I'm able to help them navigate it very quickly and easily because I call them out on it right away. I see when it's happening, and I'm able to help them right their own ship, so to speak, so that they don't have to be pulled down by it. Okay. So here are the 3 things. The first thing you want to do is you want to look for the blessings in what's happening. Where are the gifts? Okay. So in my experience, what just happened to me, the gifts are that, and this is also part of the how things ended up for me. So within 2 days of all this, actually probably within 24 hours, literally, of all these things happening, number 1, the computer guy ends up telling me that he can get all my files, puts them on a big, huge drive for me, lends the drive to me until I get my computer back, offers me a loaner computer, which I didn't actually need because I have a backup here, but it's quite old, but that's fine. Offered me the loaner though, so I would have been all set with that and all my files. And my husband remembered that even though my manufacturer's warranty is up on my laptop, because I got it at Costco, they have a 2-year warranty. So all I have to do is send it back and they will replace it for me. So that's what we're doing right now. So the computer issue resolved, and I became convicted that I'm still making videos and it's just going to be rough for a couple of weeks. Okay. All right. So that was the first thing, is look for the blessings. So the blessings in that are, I realized how supported I really am. The fact that my tech guy came over 10 minutes after I texted him, how lucky was that? Because it really eased a lot of my stress. The fact that my husband was like so supportive, and he's thinking clearly when I wasn't. He's like, Jill, we've got the Costco thing. It's going to be fine. He sends me the number to call their concierge service that actually handles this type of issue. They were lovely and very supportive. It was like all these people were coming to support me in this situation. I felt very loved, actually. And how cool, I was telling a good friend and colleague of mine about this, and she said, and Jill, how cool that the universe loves you so much that God thinks you need a new computer, even though it's only 14 months old. So how great is that? Okay, so I feel very supported. That's one of the big blessings in this. Another blessing with regards to my son is it helped him see, because he didn't write these dates down when he was having these interviews. It was just in his head. And he's got a good head. We've all got it right. But it's a lesson that we got to write stuff down. So he got to see in a fairly low impact way that, as he's getting busier and more is going on, he's going to have to find a better solution for keeping track of things. And lo and behold, the person that he was interviewing with ended up calling him back, and they rescheduled. So that issue was solved as well. And when I made peace that I would be going on my trip alone without the help that I wanted, no sooner did I make peace within myself when this very dear person actually called me and said, I've been thinking about it, Jill. and I'm going to go after all. I think it's going to be really fun. I want to help you. I think it's a great way for us to bond. And so that got solved too. So you look for, and we got to, and that beautiful thing of that whole experience was that that interaction between us created a closer bond and created more understanding and a deeper relationship. And that was really lovely. So had we not had the little hiccup along the way, we might have missed that. There's now a deeper level of support there. Again, it comes back to all this support now that I feel in my life. Okay, so that's the first thing is gratitude. It's looking for the blessings in the stuff that's happening. Okay, number two is when this happens, this chaos phenomenon happens to you, it is time to double down on your commitment. Whatever it was that you were working towards, whatever goals you had, when things look like they're conspiring against you, you double down, you commit even more, you become even more determined that you're going to go for your goal. You're going for gold, right? That you are going to do it. And I did that. I thought, you know what? Nothing is going to stop me. This is not going to stop me. That's when I came up with the idea that I will just do rough cut. I will just go on my phone. It's going to be okay. Eventually, within the next few weeks, I'll be back making it the other way. Or maybe I'll love making them on my phone so much without the editing and the little music and all that, that maybe, that'll be another blessing. Who knows? But I'm not going to let it stop me from getting my message out in this new way. Okay? So double down on your commitment. And the third thing you want to keep in mind when the chaos phenomenon hits you, and it will if you ever start stretching and expanding in your life, is to be persistent. Kind of goes along with the commitment piece, but it's don't stop. So many people, they'll look at the blessings. Okay, they'll do the first part. They'll look at the blessings. They will recommit. They'll say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to do it," but they will wait until they solve all this other stuff that got thrown up. No, no, no. This is what number 3 is. You don't stop. Persistence, perseverance, persistence. You do not stop because of these things. You find another way, okay? You find another way to keep going despite all this stuff going on. When you do these 3 things, what you will notice is that the mess that was created by your subconscious mind trying to hold you in place to keep you within your set point, just like the temperature gauge, the issues sort of unravel quickly, like I just explained to you with my situation. All 3 of those things that blew up last week solved themselves. I didn't have to do anything. They solved themselves. People were helping me. People were coming to me when I did these 3 things. I looked for the blessings. I first of all, I realized what was happening. Then I looked at the blessings. I doubled down and recommitted. And I thought, I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. So I hope this has been helpful for you. So this is just such a common thing. And hopefully as you're listening to this, you're having some flashes of how you've actually experienced this in the past and what you can do now going forward to deal with it, okay? We can't necessarily avoid it. The only way to avoid it is to not grow, to choose not to grow, and you can't choose not to grow. You're either going up or you're going down. Nobody stays the same. So, choosing not to grow is actually choosing to diminish and shrink. I know you don't want to do that. So you do want to grow, and it's fun because you create a bigger life. You expand. You create more of what you want in your life. You live more fully in your purpose. You have a more passionate life. You you do more of the things that light you up. You spend time with more of the people that you love and cherish. You create deeper, more full relationships. I mean, I could go on and on with all of the things that happen in your life when you start to expand. But there's this one little thing that you need to know about and you need to know how to deal with. And when you do, and I just shared how to do it, you're going to be smooth sailing. You're going to flow through it with ease and grace, okay? So that's my tip for today. I know this was a little bit of a longer video, but I thought it was really important to share this, and it's so relevant for what I'm going through right now. So this is the perfect time to share it with you. If you have questions about this, or if this has happened to you, $7, it's available for free. It's a free training audio where I share the 7 shifts that you need to make now if you want to boost your income in 2020. They're inner shifts that you make, all related to this inner wealth I've been talking about and unleashing it in the world. The link is down below, so go ahead and grab that. You can listen to that. It's not very long. It's like 33, 34 minutes, jam-packed with 7 shifts that I had to make in my life that changed everything for me, and that I am working with my clients on deeply to change in their life and to shift. And as they're doing it, just miracle upon miracle is showing up for them. And I want that for you too. So go and listen to that audio. I've also got a number of other videos on the channel that will help you. It's all tips to help you unleash your inner wealth. So if you like this kind of content, please like this video, please hit subscribe and share it with your friends. And give me a comment. Tell me what you think about this. I want to hear from you. And if you need more personal support, you're looking for some mentorship or some deeper work on these types of issues so that you can really grow the prosperity and the wealth in your life and live in your purpose, you can reach out to me at info@ishinekids.com, and we'll have a conversation and we'll see if it's a good fit for me to support you and for you to work with me. So take care until next time. I hope this has been helpful for you, and be well. Bye-bye.